Hello, I'm Donna Bush. Thanks for joining us for your CIG Television news brief on this Monday evening. As we begin a new week, local weather experts predict that deteriorating weather conditions will impact the Cayman Islands over the next few days. As of 7 o'clock Monday evening, the Cayman Islands will move into a tropical storm warning phase. Weather officials explain what weather conditions we can expect from tonight.
With that, we can expect some heavier convection, some heavy rainfall, some heavy showers, potential lightning activity as well, because we do expect thunderstorm activity associated with this system as it moves towards the Yucatan. So one of the main things that we're concerned with here at the National Weather Service is the fact that we have elevated tides. And with that and the rainfall amounts that we've been monitoring, we're looking at upwards of 9, potentially over 12 inches of rainfall accumulated over a 3-day period. So between tonight into Wednesday, as we expect precipitation to continue all the way until Wednesday, and then a gradual improvement thereafter. So with that, the concern is that flooding will become an issue for a lot of persons, a lot of residents. Roads may become impassable. That is definitely a serious concern. Persons need to be careful when driving through these waters and take precautions. Another thing that we're noticing as the system evolves, again, it's very dynamic, things are changing very, very frequently with every update, is that winds are on the high side. We're expecting some strong winds. So with that, the seas are expected to also become a factor. So a small craft warning is in effect for the Cayman Islands, and that is as of today, Monday, September 23rd. We expect that to continue into tonight, and then come tomorrow, we expect a marine advisory will potentially be issued because those seas are expected to deteriorate even further. We could see wave heights up to about 10 feet. We do anticipate a few swells coming in from the south, so persons along the south coast, and this is of all 3 islands, please exercise caution because we do expect increased wave action along the south coast.
The hurricane season ends on November 30th, and residents are encouraged to remain vigilant and prepared for whatever weather conditions we may experience. You can go online to caymanprepared.ky for information on what you should be doing to protect your family and properties. And you can find the latest updates on expected local weather conditions from the Weather Service's Facebook page and website, as well as on all government channels. The authorities are also urging residents to please stay off the roads tonight. Well, earlier today, Her Excellency the Governor, Mrs. Jane Owen, and the Honorable Premier, Mrs. Juliana O'Connor Connolly, convened a meeting of the National Hazard Management Executive following the National Hazard Management Council briefing, chaired by Deputy Governor Mr. Franz Manderson. Updates were provided from the National Weather Service and Hazard Management Cayman Islands on immediate measures for the Cayman Islands in preparation for the potential impact of upcoming weather. The National Hurricane Center has now named the system Tropical Cyclone 9. The National Weather Services is working closely with the NHC on monitoring the development of this system. Well, because of the anticipated rainfall, the Department of Environmental Health and its crews were busy early on Monday morning collecting garbage from low-lying areas. Residents are advised that there will be no garbage collection on Tuesday, September 24th if the forecast worsens. Meantime, residents are also asked to be patient while the DEH teams continue to work hard and remain committed to completing all regular routes for collection. For additional information, residents are advised not to hesitate to get in touch with the DEH at 949-6696, or you can email them at dehcustomerservice@gov.ky. A final note to residents that all landfills will be closed on Tuesday. Cayman Airways is waiving change fees ahead of the forecasted inclement weather. CAL confirms that passengers who wish to voluntarily change their travel plans will not be subjected to a change fee. Unfair difference if their changes meet the necessary requirements. Now, for more details on what the criteria is, you can go online to caymanAirways.com. All right, let's have a look now at our local weather conditions for tonight and the next 2 days. The Cayman Islands National Weather Service, as we heard earlier, continues to maintain a flood warning through to Thursday. Again, tonight, expect overcast skies with frequent widespread heavy thunderstorms. Flooding is expected again in low-lying areas. Seas will be rough with wave heights of 6 to 8 feet tonight, especially along the south and east coast. Swells are expected. That small craft warning remains in effect again. The outlook is for continued strong to near gale force winds and rough seas through to Thursday morning, with a gradual decrease in cloudiness and showers from Wednesday night as the system moves north of our area into the Yucatan Channel. Remember, check out the Cayman Islands National Weather Service's website as well as their Facebook page for the very latest in local weather conditions. If you happen to be watching us on our Cayman Islands Government's YouTube channel, we ask that you take a moment to like, share, and subscribe for the most accurate local government news. I'm Donna Bush. Have a safe night, everyone.
I'm Jody Ann Powery. I'm the Police Media Officer with the RCIPS, and I'm here to give you some crime prevention tips on how to best protect your property. The first thing that we want to discuss is our points of entries. Let's start with the front door, and then we'll move on to the windows and the back doors or sliding glass doors. The first thing to consider is the front door. This particular front door has two deadbolt locks. One of these deadbolt locks are properly carpentered and the other is not. When your door is properly locked, you'll hear a click at the end and the deadbolts are not able to move. If it is slightly opened, then you can push the deadbolt back without having any restrictions. I'll now proceed to show you what your lock should look like when it is properly locked. When it comes to your windows, you want to make sure that your window is locked all the way down, because even though the lock is on, if it's not all the way down, it can still be pried. The proper way to lock the window is to make sure that the window goes all the way down to the seal and then you pull across the lock. When you have a sliding glass door at home, you want to make sure that you have secondary locking devices in addition to the lock that comes with the door. One of those can be a simple piece of wood that's jamming the doorway. We want to encourage you to ensure that you don't make things easy for burglars who are looking for opportunities to break into property by leaving your property out in plain view. Some of these items are your car keys, your electronics, and your handbags. Make sure that you put these properties away when you're leaving the house or when you're going to bed. When you're going camping or if you're taking your family on a trip, you want to ensure that your property has some sign of life. This can be done by leaving a light on or putting timers on your lights. And we want to ensure that our family homes are safe. In order to do so, we encourage that people take the proper precautions by starting up neighborhood watches or encouraging family members or persons they trust to check on their properties while they're away.